I must say, of everyone I have shared a jail cell with, you have the liveliest sense of humor.
So, this isn't the first time you've been locked up?
Certainly not. At least these people seem more hospitable to their prisoners than the Spanish.
Got any suggestions for how we might get out of here?
Not just yet. I want to see how things play out.
What do you mean?
Something about this does not feel right. We know very little of our captors. I cannot devise anything until that changes.
Did you see what became of Captain Stokes?
Yes, though I wish I had not. Pinche cobarde.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
He turned and ran. Took his men and abandoned us. To think I held him as a man of honor. Bastardo!
Yes, Nadine Redbird.
Harley Legere. So just what is it you want from us?
The chief sent me to make sure none of you were hurt. She also wants to speak with whoever's in charge of your group.
That would be me.
All due respect, sir, but after that little trick you just pulled, you're out of the running.
I'll go then.
All right, come with me.
Everyone in good shape?
Mr. Lua has some minor bruising, but your friends are otherwise healthy.
Good to know. Hey, fellas, come on out here. We got some business to discuss.
I take it your meeting with the chief went well?
Very well. In fact, we came up with a plan for how we can help these people and get what we're after. I hope you boys are ready for a little excitement.
Always.
Turns out the reason Mulberry didn't come back is that he was taken prisoner while conducting an unprovoked raid on this village. A raid Stokes himself ordered.
What?
Army soldiers have been crossing into Otham territory and attacking them without justification.
It's true. I have treated many of the wounded myself.
Hijo de la... We cannot let this injustice stand.
That is troubling. But what can we do about it?
Chief Lutzi suggested we hit him where it hurts, the fort's supply chain. So we'll be carrying out our own raid on a delivery wagon.
And to think just yesterday you were having reservations about robbing folk. Reckon it's true what they say about the frontier changing people.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Phil needs dynamite to get into the lab. This is our chance to get it.
And help these people too, right?
Of course, but we've got to consider our needs too. Now listen up, because we've got some preparations to make. And the wagon will be coming through tonight, according to the chief. We can get the munitions Phil needs to get us into the lab, along with some weapons and supplies for the Otham.
The old 1-2 punch. I like it.
Only question is, what's the best approach?
I'm thinking we create a distraction. We get the wagon to stop, then you and I keep the driver occupied while Danny and Phil sneak the stuff out.
I prefer a more direct approach. You said the wagon was poorly guarded, eh? We have enough fighters to overpower them. When they see they are outmatched, we should be able to take what we need without firing a shot.
Wouldn't it be better to do this without drawing any attention? You could set up a roadblock, then sneak out what you need while they investigate.
All good plans. Have you got anything, Danny?
No, but I think we should be careful. Something like this could so easily go wrong.
So, what's it going to be?
Let's go with Nadine's suggestion.
I do think it's best if none of us are seen committing this act of banditry.
Agreed. This is a stealth job. Nadine and I will search the wagon. You boys hang back and take whatever we unload. Well, we better get ready. Let's hope this goes off without a hitch.
What in tarnation? What's all this crap in the road? Oh, they don't pay me enough for this. Buford, get up here and help me.
We should hurry. I don't think we'll have long.
Judging from the smell, this is cornflour. Seems to be full of pickled fish. The fort soldiers are definitely well lubricated. No indication of what's inside. Just a bunch of uniforms. Looks like it's full of apples. Help me with this, would you, Nadine? This looks promising. Jackpot. Here's some dynamite. And a good cache of firearms. These should serve the Otham well. There's also a letter.
What does it say?
It's a manifest. Hang on. Here's the combination for that safe.
Whatever you do, be quick.
A good cache of firearms. These should serve the Otham well.
We haven't much time left.
Let's get this out of here. They're all marked.
Isn't this delivery coming?
These crates are marked.
It's strange that there are so few
Nadine?
We've taken too long already.
Wait. I want to check the safe before we go. I'll be damned.
What is it?
Bars of Aurum. Lots of them.
Odd. Why deliver these to the fort?
Good question. Too bad they're marked. We could have had a nice payday. Right. Let's get out of here.
We must to protect our people.
Got it. Would you be willing to sit for an interview with someone from the Post?
Gladly. My words are for all who will listen with open hearts.
I'll make sure your message is received.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing us back, partner. We can take it from here. Well, would you look at that? Didn't think I'd be seeing old Jesse again. I'm keeping this arrowhead as a good luck charm. And who knows? Maybe some collector out there would be interested in acquiring the arrowhead that nearly wiped out Gentleman Jake.
Híjole. Is he always like this?
I wonder how things will go for the Otham now that they have firearms.
Well enough, I hope, provided they don't point them at us.
The flag Stokes was carrying.
Pity it's in such a sorry state.
I shouldn't leave this here.
It's good to see someone who respects their country.
You're quite certain you know what you're doing?
Just leave everything to me and stand far, far back.
Impressive work there, Phil.
Gracias.
And an explosion will certainly liven up your article. Eh, Harley?
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
So how did you wind up here in Vespuccia?
That is a very long story, and I do not wish to relate it now. Perhaps another time?
Fair enough. How did you become so proficient with explosives?
The science of it always fascinated me. Even as a child, I read a great deal about mining and demolitions. The lessons were invaluable. So, when my parents sent me to university, I studied civil engineering. Most people do not realize just how much care must be taken when dealing with dynamite.
Hang on. You have a university education?
Of course. Does this surprise you?
No, I just didn't think a revolutionary would have a degree.
Well, I do. From the Escuela Superior de Ingenieros in Madrid.
I have to ask, what went on at the Rosewater Post?
That so-called newspaper editor dared to write that the People's Revolution was over, that we had been crushed by the forces of the Spanish army. Defeated, we will not abandon our cause. I demanded a correction. What did I get instead? A defenestration.
Rough break.
Yes.
Right. Carry on. Can we talk?
What's on your mind? 'Cause you know I've been wondering about the Otham. What do you suppose will happen to them now that they're armed with guns?
I don't know, but at least they have a fighting chance now.
If Stokes attacks and they successfully fend him off, then perhaps he will leave them alone. But it will certainly not happen without bloodshed.
Well, best of luck to them.
Enough jabber. Let's push on.
Well, slap my behind and call me Betsy.
Not sure what I was expecting to find, but it wasn't this.
It has been completely ransacked.
Still, there's gotta be some indication of where Clark took his money. Let's take a look around. But watch yourselves. No telling what any of these doohickeys might be capable of.
I can't see through. The window is too grimy. I can't see through. The window is too grimy. At least Dr. Clark practiced fire safety. Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
Won't do us any good if there's nothing power in this place, though.
I can't really see through the porthole, but it looks dense in there. No handle. Must be some other way to open it. A wooden mannequin in a cage? I have so many questions.
You sure you want them answered?
There's about 2 inches of dust. Empty. Not really surprising. I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch. What in the ether is this thing?
I wouldn't get too close.
Some kind of console. Seems to connect to a few things. Is this some kind of combination or code? 1 of 4 dials. It's anyone's guess what they do. One of the dials is missing. Just my luck. Must be what makes this thing go. Nothing happened. This console isn't getting any power. I guess this measures etheric pressure, whatever that means. TT-180 must be this contraption's model number. Not much left. Some books and a broken device. Looks like some type of cannon, and it's pointing right at the cage.
This Clark fellow was into some strange things, wasn't he?
I'm starting to understand why he chose to do his work out in the middle of nowhere.
This may have held something interesting once, but now it's just lodging for spiders. This must be where Clark parked his rear during his experiments. I get the impression this is what powers everything in here.
We just need to get it running again somehow.
Some kind of power meter. Never heard of an ampere before. These meters seem connected to whatever's behind the panel. I bet getting power to all 3 of these meters will... I'm guessing this thing needs to hit full power before the machine turns on. Sinister, if you ask me. No good. There's some power getting through, but it needs more. I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
Anything interesting in there?
Not really. Probably why they were left behind.
Anything... Hey, Phil?
What about?
Clark's lab is really quite something, wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Something unnatural. Something perverse. What possessed him to undertake this research is beyond me.
Right. Carry on. Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
This place sure is something, isn't it?
I admit, I never gave much credence to all that ethericity business, but seeing all them contraptions and appurtenances, let's just say it's given me a new appreciation for Clark's tenacity.
Might I borrow that arrowhead for a spell?
By all means. Maybe it'll bring you some luck, too.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. This is where all the cables wind up. Looks like a toolbox. What's it doing all the way up there? Way too high for me.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of something else. Guess we won't get to see what's up on the roof.
Just as well. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground.
Guess we won't get to see...
Just as...
Maybe this will help. Then again, maybe not. Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Any clever ideas to get to that confounded box?
Not too many, I'm afraid.
Hang on, I've got an idea. Why don't you just shoot the box down?
Beg pardon?
Let's put that gunslinging know-how of yours to work.
I may be a showman, but I ain't a performing monkey. It's as I said about those bottles. I never perform sharpshooting tricks without a crowd.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Can you think of any way to get that box down?
I'm afraid reaching high things has never been my forte.
Right. Carry on. Way too high.
Want me to give you a boost?
Nah, I still couldn't reach. I'll think of... Fort Beaumont's parade flag looking worse for... That's not going to help me reach the box. Can we talk?
What's on your mind?
Crowd be damned. I want to see what's in the box.
You've proven yourself resourceful. I'm sure you can find a more practical way to get to that box that doesn't involve me wasting ammo.
I don't understand. You showed off your prowess with a gun before. Now all I'm hearing are excuses. Why so shifty all of a sudden?
All right, look. The truth is, I've gone a mite rusty. A couple of years ago, I could have done it with my eyes shut, but time ain't been kind to my hands.
So how did you pull off that juggling trick?
Danny's the one that shoots the ball from the wings. You want that box down so bad, ask him to help you when he gets back.
Enough jabber. Let's push on. Wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself. Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla. The good doctor was...
Dios mío, what is this abomination?
Howdy, folks. Interested in learning about Coltit's miracle elixir?
Of course we are, little lady.
Then step on over here.
My guess is the primary ailment these folks cure is swollen purses. I'm sure there's a lesson here about the laws of supply and demand.
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish I was you.
Beg pardon?
Why, today's your lucky day.
Is that right?
Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir.
The what now?
Oh, dang. I mean, the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. My name is Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication.
Are you sure you don't mean revolutionary new medication?
That's what I said. So, do you want to hear about it or not?
Fine, I'll bite. Tell me about this miracle elixir.
Glad you asked. From the maker of the wildly popular Coltit's Emulsified Soporific comes Coltit's Miracle Elixir, the finest, most elective tonic in Vespuccia. Guaranteed to treat and cure all illnesses from arthritis to yellow fever. And for a special limited time, we're selling it for the treasonable price of just 5 crowns.
5 crowns seems a bit pricey. How about I give you 2 instead?
Sorry, ma'am. Daddy told me not to hackle.
Sounds pretty miraculous, all right. What's in this elixir, anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Daddy's the one who makes it. But I know he gets his secret ingredient from some lady named Ethel. He always talks about her when he makes a new batch.
I'm not in the market for your elixir right now.
Okay. Come back when you change your mind.
Look, kid, we're not born yesterday, townies. You can spare us the song and dance.
Oh, leave her be. I think she's charming.
Thanks, mister. My daddy says that to get anywhere in this business, charm is financial.
I think you mean essential?
I know what I mean.
You wouldn't happen to be related to a kid in Rosewater named Jem, would you?
No, ma'am. Far as I know, I'm a lonely child.
Why are you parked in the middle of the desert when there's a town full of potential customers not 2 miles from here?
Oh, I'm just minding the wagon while my daddy's doing his business at the fort. But he told me to stand out here and detract anybody who might come by.
And has anyone else come by?
Oh, sure. Tons of folk. Only one who didn't stop was a feller on horseback. Too bad, 'cause the guy he was hauling looked like he could have used some elixir.
Say, do you know anything about that lab over there?
No, but I did hear a big boom coming from that way. Was that your doing?
No.
Oh, come on. You could tell me. I'm no tattler.
I said no. Now stop asking.
Fine, jeez.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
Professor Xander Coltit III. Good medicine for good people. Special offer. Limited time only. 1 bottle for 5. No handles. Must.
What is it?
Did Captain Stokes come back here? We lost sight of him after the attack.
He's here. Don't think he's up to receiving anyone, though.
Carry on, soldier.
Right.
Hey, guard! Guess he doesn't want to talk. Sturdy. No handles. Must only open. How are you holding up, Jake?
Oh, just fine, just fine.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Nothing, I suppose.
Whatever you...
Miss Colt.
Yes.
So,
See? Told.
all right, give me a bottle.
Yay! Thanks, ma'am.
We'll share.
Oh, okay. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
I think I've heard enough for now. We'll just be going.
It was a real pressure.
Whew! That'll put hairs on your chest.
February 12th, upon hearing will of one with war P.
Empty. How are you holding?
Oh, just...
Hey, Phil?
What about? Whatever you...
It won't turn... One of the dials is missing. It won't turn any further. I guess... Nothing happened. This may have helped. This is where... I can't begin to
Nothing of you.
anything in...
Not really.
Some kind of... No good. I can't remove it. I bet the machine's... How are you holding...
Oh, just...
I can't...
Nothing of...
Well, thanks, but no thanks.
I hope this isn't... A strip of cloth from a Vespucci... I'd prefer to... No need to... I'd prefer to keep... Way too high.
Want me to give you a boot?
Nah, I still... This may have helped... Let's see if this works. That did it. Looks a bit worse for wear. Just have to get it working. Looks like... Looks a bit worse for wear. Just have to get it working. Looks like something chewed. No wonder the power's not getting through. This wire's all corroded. That should do it. No wonder the power's not getting... Let's put some of this elixir to good use. Fantastic.
Looks like Phil managed to get the door open.
I wonder if they found anything inside.
I'd say so, yes.
We are up and running.
Impressive.
This technology is amazing. What did this Clark fellow intend to do with such power?
I'm beginning to wonder about that myself.
Nice job getting the lights back on.
Get everything squared with the Otham?
I think so.
They're adequately supplied. They should be well off for some time.
Well, I suppose we should see about...
Hello? Is someone in here?
Damn. Looks like we've attracted some attention.
I come in peace. Please, make yourself known.
Guess we don't have much choice.
Hail! Goodness, I wasn't expecting so many of you.
And we weren't expecting anybody at all.
And just who might you be?
I am Paul Burkhart, emissary of the Luminarians.
The what now?
We are disciples of Dr. Clark, protectors of his artifacts and legacy.
No kidding. So you must know all about him then.
Quite so.
Well, isn't this our lucky day? Can you tell us what you know about him?
If you seek enlightenment, we will be glad to share our wisdom with you. But let us all return to the commune. We must not further defile the sanctity of this place. Come, I am eager to learn about you all. Welcome to Chrysalis, friends. Feel free to explore, converse with the residents. You'll find we have much to offer. We'll speak again soon.
What an accommodating feller.
This is all very strange. You all might be into this porqueria, but I want no part of it. I am going back to the lab.
Suit yourself. All right, let's see what we can learn about where Clark's stash might be. But let's not overplay our hand, shall we? If anybody asks, our interest is purely academic.
I'm really not a good liar, Mr. Ackerman.
Shoot, nobody's asking you to lie, sugar. Just withhold certain details. We're interested in learning about Clark. That's all there is to it. Come on, Danny. Let's see where our friend's gone off to.
I know lying doesn't come natural to some. For others, it's like breathing. Don't take this amiss, but if you'd like some pointers, sometimes it's good to be able to keep certain things to yourself you don't want everybody and his uncle to know.
Oh. All right.
Above all else, be confident. If you sound like you believe what you're saying, they will too.
You seem to have a lot of experience in these matters.
Maybe, but I only lie when it's necessary.
You find it necessary to lie?
Sure, at times. To save my skin. You don't?
I haven't needed to.
Lucky you. Hope that keeps working out for you. But if anyone asks what you were up to the day when, say, a wagon got raided outside Rosewater, a little capacity for dissimulation might be handy to have.
Your advice is appreciated. I'll just see what I can find out on my own.
Kitchen to the left, rostrum to the right. If the smell's anything to go by, that crate's full of fertilizer. Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare. They have an automated irrigation system. Pretty ingenious. Certainly colorful. Suppose that's where the animals are kept. Seems like they're pretty self-sufficient here. He does go on, doesn't he? They're really fond of this butterfly.
I kind of like it.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration, the Evocator's Day of Transcendence. And why do we celebrate today, on the 8-month anniversary? Because 1 is nothing special. 1 is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago, the luminous ones called Evocator Bennett up to join them in the luminiferous ether. In so doing, they showed us the path of light, where soon we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennett dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
They seem enthralled by Paul's ramblings. The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Chrysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
And a fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
Must have kept you busy for a while.
Quite. There's still so much I'm looking forward to doing.
How did you end up here in Chrysalis?
Ethericity always fascinated me. I joined up with the Luminarians when they were passing through Rampton on their way west. We founded Chrysalis here, close to the Evocator's laboratory, and where the veil is parted.
The veil?
The boundary between our world and the ether, the realm of the cosmos, home of the luminous ones. The barrier is very thin here. Can't you feel it?
There's definitely something in the air. I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure 8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennett's sacred number, of course.
Sacred number? What does that mean?
The number 8 is very important. It appears constantly in the Evocator's writings, and Bennett himself was born on the 8th of August, 1788.
That's quite a coincidence.
Coincidence is mere illusion.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Of course. He's with the luminous ones.
Pardon?
The beings on the other side of the veil. The ones who dwell in the ether.
You're saying Clark is dead?
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn. It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
Truth.
Lovely sentiment, but could you be a bit more specific?
He sought to connect us with the world above, to unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He showed that the way is possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
Could we have a word in...
Sure. What's on your mind?
So, what have you picked up from these fine folks?
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
I'll just leave you to it then. Something about that makes my skin crawl. The butterfly makes this one less creepy, but not by much. A reliable water supply is everything out here. Hey.
What's going on?
So, what's our friend on stage been jabbering about?
What hasn't he? This guy makes Jake seem like a silent monk by comparison. Anyway, it's mostly been about Clark, his etheric research in New Britannia, how he built his lab out here after the Expo disaster. Excuse me, miracle, that sort of thing. He says Clark transcended. I'm not sure what that means.
I get the impression it means he's dead.
Oh, that's too bad.
What's your impression of Chrysalis?
Well, it's peculiar. Everybody's got a job to do, a way to help. Nobody's left out, and that's nice. But all this stuff about etheric beings? It sounds,
Crazy?
You said it, not me. Anyhow, I wouldn't mind hanging around a while.
I was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah, you want to go right now?
Perhaps not this very instant.
No problem. Just ask me again when you're ready.
I'll leave you to the I can't be seeing things. Danny and Nadine saw that strange haze too. There's nothing wrong with my eyes. There must be something wrong with the sky. Quite the contraption. Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
I'll leave you to your conversation. Is this breakfast?
It will be. I hope everyone likes it.
Excuse me?
Hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Legere.
My name is Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Chrysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well, mostly. Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded with bounty.
So, are you the biscuit roller for this community, or what?
Not quite. Everyone in Chrysalis does their part. It's my day on the rota to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
What's your story, Evan? How did you join up with these folks?
Well, like many of the others here, I was living in New Britannia. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But Emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended. At first, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
I can understand that reaction.
But I realized that in my grief, I had become blinded.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Don't be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
You said your crops weren't doing well. Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the wax anatomical models in the medical marvels exhibit. But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead. I don't think she really knew who Bennett Clark was either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
The disaster that killed all those folk?
Please. That's what the ignorant and unenlightened call it. Emissary Paul helped me to understand. Evocator Bennett showed the world the transcendence phenomenon. It wasn't a disaster. It was a miracle. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennett didn't disappear. He transcended.
Again, you use this word. What do you mean by it?
He passed through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones in the cosmos.
Oh.
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Legere, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, his true purpose was to open the way for humanity to pass into the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy. He spent 2 years in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
My, that's quite imaginative. This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least. Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The Defiler returns.
Hey now, don't get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of Emissary Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I caught you trespassing outside the laboratory. Then your friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
What's so special about this place that they've got you standing guard?
This building houses our collection of artifacts salvaged from Dr. Clark's laboratory.
Oh, so you're the ones who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Think I might take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try, but not on my watch.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. We've already retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
That room is inaccessible. Do not even consider attempting to breach it.
So what brought you to Chrysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
Touchy. Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No, nor did I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with. I've no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
Where did Dr. Clark end up?
Not where he should have.
Do you know any details about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying is, you don't actually know.
I've underestimated you. I didn't think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom. Quite the contraption. Full of grain by the look of it. Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
Let's go see about getting that box in the lab down.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil. There you are.
Had enough of those luminous lunatics too, did you?
Not entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.